just look in our case, had we had the opportunity to start an agency without having to lease an office, without having to, in our case, when we started, there was still a lot of people going into the office, and it was a huge commitment as far as your overhead. And again, like you're saying, the technology today has allowed you to be able to, conduct business, and be very flexible. And that's one of the things too that we, once I retired in 2008 and went back to school actually to, better hone my skills as far as, actually it prepared me for this. I had no clue, but so I've been interacting with college students over the...
Which is how you got the idea for this program.
Exactly, and that's where it came from, because the thing that I noticed is that the younger generation that's in college now is the generation that will end up changing the insurance industry. They're already using the technology.
Right.
So, there's a difference. There's the social media technology, and then there's business social media, and that's where I can bring my background in as far as business background, but apply it to the social media function. And that's the thing as well. Is the beautiful thing is I've also noticed that this, your generation, the newer, the younger generation, the college age, is a generation that appreciates having flexibility, and especially in schedules. Because Garland and I talked before, we're kind of the old school where we like to get up in the morning and work, and then by the evening we're done. But it's amazing how many, the younger generation is so flexible where, we understand. That's why it works great with college students. You may have classes until 1 o'clock, and then, you may work from, 2 to 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
and
not steady, but on and off. Like when a call comes in from one of your centers of influence, it will ring now to the BlackBerry, and you can look at it and then go online and quote it, and then email the quote. Before, we had to go to the office, log into the computer, print out the quote, mail it the old-fashioned way. And today, I was told a long time ago, it's not the hours you put in, but what you put into the hours. So if you give this business a couple of hours a day, but dedicated hours, you can sell a policy a day. If you sell a policy a day, you're building a book of business. In the insurance industry, most of the customers that have multiple lines with you, they'll renew at about a 90% retention, and that customer will renew next year. So it's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting business model, and it works. It's tailor-made for the younger person. The younger person before could not get contracted with Safeco.
Right.
They could not get contracted with Progressive. Now, through our program, you can get contracted immediately, receive commissions on the 15th of the following month,